afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, June 18th. Look at that window traders market profile of the ES and the NQ. So, good news first. New all-time high in ES, SPX, and SPY. Bad news is it's our seventh or sixth smallest range of the year, $1.89. Volume-wise, there's a chance to be in the top 10 lightest if we don't do another just up under 4 million shares between now and 8 o'clock. Bulls have to be very happy today. We traded in the upper distribution in the ES all day and a little bit above it, obviously, with the new high. We dipped into the single print slightly from yesterday. NQ, they didn't make an all-time high. They're an inside day. And they took back one set of singles and got into the second set. But again, they have to be happy too as they close in the upper distribution. Now, they are a firm inside day, inside of yesterday. ES is not, but I'm going to kind of treat it as one on Thursday. Okay? Now, speaking of that, just a quick reminder. Anything from now, after the market closes, to 9:30 a.m. Thursday morning. That's all overnight for me. That means tonight. That means tomorrow to 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then tomorrow night when they resume trading. And then again Thursday morning prior to 9:30. That's all going to be overnight for me. So there's a chance we could have new all-time highs in the overnight. We'll see. Righty goes out with a 10-wide point of control. But the one good thing they did today, they stayed in the upper distribution and above, and they put their daily back to up. Now, the weekly's still down, but the daily's back to up. And ES and NQ and 11 wide, and NQ has an afternoon pullback in J, which ES does not have. It's just too close to the day's low. We took out both sides of the IB for the 48th time this year. That's a lot. So, way above last year's percentage. Had a decent day, nothing spectacular. Lost on my first trade of the day, lost on my last trade of the day, and that one ticked me off in J. Because I got out of it too quick. So I did take a shortened A period in ES against the overnight high. I thought they might front run it. We opened. We didn't get that wide overnight POC. Figured maybe they'd front run it and come back down. They didn't. It went up. I took it off for a 2.5 point loss. Then in B period in NQ, I shorted both against the 144 simple moving average and A's high, which paid for me. In NQ, I took a long in C period when we made a new low. Even though we took out the IB low and the overnight low, I said I don't think we would look to go trend down after such a powerful trend day up yesterday, and that turned out to be right. So that worked out as a nice long in C. In D period, I didn't take the long, but I did take the short a couple of times with the one-time framing down at that point. I didn't take the long down here. I thought they had a chance to fill the second set of singles. Never did, and then they came back up. So I did okay on that. Same thing in E period. Until they took out D's high, I was shorting the one-time framing. I did kind of miss the long to stop the one-time framing in E period. I did not get that. When I period made a new high in NQ, I shorted that. I'm like, I'm not so sure they're going to go trend up and or go get the overnight high. Now remember, NQ got the overnight low. ES didn't. Okay, they had the overnight high. So I was a little more comfortable shorting NQ, and that one actually paid very nicely. Then in J period, when it flushed, I took a long against G's low, which at the time was the afternoon pullback. I think I bought it at 69.50 or something like that. Came in, I absolutely took it off too fast. Way too fast. Took it off like a 5 or 6 point loss. It was a 2-lot, so I lost like 12 points. And then it went right back up, and I'm looking at myself saying, you know, that was just, there was no reason yet to take it off. I should have gave it some room to at least C's low. At least C's low, if not maybe E's low. So got a little upset at myself on that one. And that was it. The rest was just really, once J had that quick inventory adjustment, it kind of made the algos frisky and agitated, and we really didn't do anything. M period gave a pretty good push late to see if they could price probe. It didn't happen, and that's how we ended. So again, not a bad day. We're off tomorrow. As far as destinations go, 62 and a quarter is our all-time high in ES. We were 11 wide at 53 and a quarter, and today's low is 43.50. Should have all the other ones I gave you yesterday. SPY's all-time high, 548.62. 11 wide at 547.69, and today's low of 546.73. And then just on the chart, here's the daily and SPY. Now, SPY did not have an inside day, so they're firmly up, right? Now, just because NQ had an inside day, think of it, it does not stop the one-time framing. NQ's been one-time framing up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days. This doesn't stop it. You want to call it up to balance, that's fine. But it's not just pure balance for me just yet. Which means even if we take out yet today's low tomorrow, unless this market really comes in hard, I would call it a 3-day balance, if that was to happen. But for now, we're up to balance. Again, the volume being the big concern in this market. Again, we keep making higher highs, but at some point, they need some real fresh blood and reinforcements. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your day tomorrow, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Thursday.